BBAI just had another red day, but is this a ticker which is heading down to the $5 levels as the bears would like you to believe, or is it going to rebound from these levels and go all the way upwards of the $10 levels? In today's video, we're going to be answering that question and much more. I'm going to be playing you guys from Jeff Bezos, which I think applies perfectly to exactly what's happening to BBI in today's markets. With that said, my friends, hit the thumbs up button if you like these videos. If this video gets over 100 likes, I'll come out with more BBI videos. As you guys may know, I am a BBAI perma bull, meaning I believe that BBI is a ticker which can easily achieve the $15 to $19 price targets sooner than later. With that said, let's get into breaking it down. So what the heck's happening to BBI today, right? As always, in order to anticipate where a ticker is headed, we first need to analyze why is the ticker going there in the first place, right? So today BBI was down approximately 7%, but why so, right? What really happened? Why was it down over 7% today, trading down freaking 7%, right? Did the company announce dilution? Did the company announce a termination of a contract? Did that company announce, potential, bad news? Like what really happened, right? What really happened when it comes to BBI for it to have such a red day? Well, the reality of the matter is nothing happened. There was nothing. There was nothing that happened, right? And the red that we're seeing today in BBI really had to do with the broader markets pulling back today, right? And listen, this is a pullback that was overdue. This is a pullback that's been overdue for a very, very long time, right? And I think that, when you look at how the markets have been going right now, I mean, it's no surprise that we were kind of due for a pullback, right? And I think that the markets need a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a breather, so then they can go ahead and establish higher highs and higher lows once again, right? And we can hit the all-time high marks once again when it comes to, the SPY specifically, right? However, let's go back to BBI, right? I think that it's so important for you guys to analyze, what the heck's happening right now to BBI, right? So, let's watch this video from, actually, I'll explain to you guys why this is important and, at what levels I'll be picking up BBI again. And then I'll play you guys the video from Jeff Bezos, okay? And hear what Jeff Bezos really has to say. So, there are two reasons why a stock falls, right? There's always two reasons why a stock falls. It's either company related or it's markets related. Now, let's discuss company related crashes, okay, or dips or whatever. Well, when it comes to company related dips or crashes, what you need to understand is that companies go out of business, companies suck, companies have fraudulent CEOs, companies are, they have bad earnings, companies dilute, and companies go out of business, okay? So companies crash and sometimes they never recover. On the other hand, let's talk about the markets. The markets have always recovered. Every single bear market has always been followed by a bull market. There has never been a bear market that has not been followed up by a bull market, ever. In the history of ever. It's never happened. It's never happened. So if the stock is dipping because of the markets, guess what? That's good news. That's amazing. There's a dip buying opportunity for you. You're welcome. Now, in my previous video, did I tell you guys, hey, lock in some profits above 8? Well, if you did that, congratulations. Okay, good job, right? Now, I always tell you guys, I say, listen, don't trade with your whole portfolio because you never know when's the next time that the company's going to come up with some massive news, a big contract or something like that, and it shoots up all the way upwards of the $10 levels. However, what I like to do is if I have a big holding in a given company, I like to trim some off the top every time it reaches a strong level of resistance. So guess what? When it reaches that strong level of resistance, I've gone ahead and I've locked in some profits at its relative highs. Okay? So that's the exact same thing. Now, the stock can be heading down to the $6 levels. If it comes down to 6, we'll be buying the dip. That's another 10% move to the downside. That's perfectly fine. We'll be buying the dip on that, okay? Now, let me play the video from Jeff Bezos, right? Because I think it's so applicable to exactly what's happening right now to our friend BBI. Let's go over here. This is pretty much when he's asked about, he's pretty much asked about, hey, during the dot-com bubble, every stock went crazy. Your stock went from like $13 to like $9. Or $130 to $9, what really happened, and how did Amazon manage to actually recover from the massive crash of the dot-com bubble? So listen.
The whole period is very interesting because the stock is not the company, and the company is not the stock. And so as I watched the stock fall from 113 to 6, I was also watching all of our internal business metrics, number of customers, profit per unit, everything you can imagine, defects, etc. Every single thing about the business was getting better and fast. And so as the stock price was going the wrong way, everything inside the company was going the right way. And we didn't need to go back to the capital markets. We didn't need more money. The only reason, a financial bust like the internet bubble bursting is, makes it really hard to raise money.
Right? Now, How does that compare to BBI? I guess what I'm trying to say is if you bought when it was near $8 as a trade, you're an idiot. That's it. You're an idiot. And it's okay to be an idiot sometimes. Okay? But I mean, come on. Seriously, that you bought right near the resistance as a trade. If you bought as a long-term hold, right? Which, there's a great joke, right? It goes like, if this guy's like, I'm a long-term investor. And then he's like, it just means you didn't make money in the short term, right? That's what you tell yourself when you don't make money in the short term, right? I'm a long-term investor, right? But the reality is, right? If it's okay at these levels, at these levels, perfectly okay. Now, again, if this was a trade gone south, I'm always tell you guys to say stick to your stop losses. However, for us, we're waiting. I bought some yesterday at around 7, and I'm gonna buy more this week closer to 6 when it gets down here. And if it doesn't, I'm okay with my 7 entry because I know it's going to be heading back upwards of $8 to $9 levels once again. I'm going to lock in the profits. I'm going to walk away. But here's what you need to understand about swing trading, okay? And this is so important when it comes to swing trading as well. Swing trading, unlike day trading, is not a game of instant gratification. It's not. It's not. Sometimes you're going to see some red, and then you're going to see a lot of green later. That's it. It's that simple. So don't want to expect you to enter and, oh, money, I see money now, like a little fucking kid. That's how a lot of you guys think. The moment you enter, you think that that's it. And if I don't see just unrealized greens forever, then that means that it's wrong. I'm dumb. It doesn't work like that. Okay? It does not work like that. Now listen. BBI you're fine on. But if other stocks are beating your ass, check out our Discord. Okay? Our Discord comes with a 7-day free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. We have day trade alerts, swing alerts, and option alerts. We have over 400 members coming back month after month. There's a reason why people are coming back. It's because they're making money, right? It's that simple, okay? So give it a shot. The link is in the comment section in the description. There's still a couple more spots left. There's still a couple more spots left for the 50% discount, okay, which we have going on. So right now, 7-day free trial, 30 days money back guarantee, and the next 10 members that join, 50% sale. It's never going to get better than this. Take some initiative. I'm telling you right now, be a little bit curious. Ask yourself, okay, well, what's really going on in there? Like, why are there so many people coming back? Like, are they really making money? Like what's really happening, right? Like, what the heck's going on? Give it a shot. Give it a shot. You won't regret it. That's the one thing I can promise you guys. Okay? Try it out for 7 days. See if you make money. If you make money, come back for more. If you don't make money, pack your bags and leave and never ever come back again. With that said, my friends, I appreciate you guys all. Thank you for watching. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.